Give me the mic, give me the mic.
Microphone checker 1 2.
Give me the mic, give me the mic.
Microphone checker 1 2.
Give me the mic, give me the mic.
Microphone checker 1 2. Give me the mic, give me the mic.
You got it.
Mike Philly,
What's up, brother?
chilling, man. Number one, thank you for everybody listening right now.
We appreciate y'all. Don't forget to leave thumbs up, likes, subscribe. Yeah, you gotta tell them, man.
How did your plans change from January to now? Talk about the whole journey you went through.
Well, my year started pretty good, although it wasn't what I expected. I expected much more for 2020.
Yeah.
It just everything about it, just the number 2020 just sounded good to me until COVID-19 came about. The first time I heard it, it was, of course, through social media when China were affected. And a friend of mine was like, hey, if COVID-19 comes to the United States, we should start selling gloves and masks and face masks and all of that. And I was like, bro. And I was like, that's a good idea, but I didn't really take it seriously. And it just creeped up on us like so quick. And I'm like, what do I do now? What do we do? And shut down, and next thing you know, a month later, we already in March. I'm like, wow, this just went so fast. And now we facing COVID-19, this pandemic, all this name that it carries. And I'm like, what do we do? And I was terrified. I'm not going to lie. Because I didn't know what to expect, how it was going to affect me, how it was going to affect my family, how it was going to affect my friends, how we going to be affected as a nation, for everybody. I was just fearing for everybody and didn't know. But I honestly didn't know it was going to be COVID-19. I don't think anybody had an idea what COVID-19 was like. So as the process went on, it just became even more distressing. And the reason is because not knowing when it's going to end, if it was ever going to be cured, I had a lot of things on my mind.
Right, and you're not the only one. A lot of people have been negatively affected. Talk about what are some things you've been seeing?
Just everybody losing their jobs for the most part, and also just a lot of mental health issue. A lot of suicides, death itself, people just dying from sickness, from car wrecks. It's just a lot of things. This year it took a lot of people. A lot of people died in accidents. So it's just like, I guess the more we focus on negativity, death occurred. That's what I realized. Because it's like when we were younger, we didn't really think about people dying, or we didn't even know people were dying. We were just playing outside or whatever the case may be. We just didn't think about death as much. But this time we were paused and we had time to think about COVID-19 and is it going to be me? Am I going to be next? Is it going to be my family? Is there hope for tomorrow? It's just a lot to consume. And having social media and having all these platforms didn't make it easier either, because you see a post, somebody died from COVID-19. Oh, it doesn't affect black people. It does affect black people. And we were just not getting the right information. The CDC says this, and they turn around and say that. 6 feet, 10 feet, vaccine is going to be here. It's just a lot of false hope and a lot of negativity for the most part, I would say. And I think one thing we missed as people is we didn't think about positivity, how we were going to overcome this issue, how we were going to tell our problem how big God is, right?
Oh, yeah. So talk about how you cope. Have you been able to make it to December?
What I've done basically is I started telling my problem how big God is. Because the minute I started doing that, the more I started building my faith and start reading my Bible, and I started leaving things for God, things I have no control over. No one seems to fix our problem, not our governor, not our government, not our president. And I'm not blaming them, and I'm not to sit here and say they did this, they did that. It's COVID-19, it was going to be here because it was going to be here anyway. But how I dealt with it was important to me. So I started to focus on the positivity. What can I make out of this situation? Do I let it break me? Or do I exercise and keep myself in shape so I don't think about issues? that comes to me or COVID-19, how do I build my immune system? So if it does come, I know that my body be able to fight it. So if I'm stressed and my immune system is weak, and if I'm not healthy, and then I know that I'm at risk. So I didn't know what to expect, but I knew that the only way I can protect myself is by keeping myself and stay fit and eating healthy and things like that. That's the only thing I can do, because the rest, I'm not going to play God. I'm not God. Nothing is promised to me. Nothing is forever. So I just decided to focus on positivity. So the way you position your mind, if you focus on positive thinking, positive things is going to happen. But if you focus on negative, and then the negative is going to expand and it's going to keep expanding, and then you don't know how you got there.
True. Mike, why do you think so many people are still afraid in 2020 going into 2021?
The unknown, because we don't know this vaccination that's here. What is it going to do for us? Is it going to harm our body? Is it going to help us? What is it going to do? So not knowing the pros and cons of this vaccine, and is it going to be mandatory? Is it going to, we just don't know. We're living with hope. And I think that we should be happy that vaccination is here, even if we're not going to take it, because it will calm some people down. So because of that, I think that it will help society overcome the fear.
Kind of like something's better than nothing, right?
Yes, sir. Even if you're not going to take it, because it's there. It's just the mindset. Like knowing that it's there is what boosts your mind and your health. Because you think that if anything happened, you can go there. So having that shelter is what keeps you going.
Word up, man. It definitely has been a roller coaster ride so far. Man, I seen a lot of people come up this year though, man.
Yes, like, a lot of people.
It's revealed the hustler.
It did.
A lot of us.
It did. Not only that too, because let's speak on that. That's very important. A lot of people never seen money the way they saw money this year. The government print out checks, government helping out with unemployment, whatever the case may be. A lot of people did come up. They did benefit from this COVID-19. So let's not just look at the negative, but let's look at the positive things that came out of this, because some people did get blessed with money, if that's what you call blessing.
True.
Even though there's only one kind of blessing, and that's your health. But for most people, it's money, because we grew up thinking money can change us. Money can help us, reach our goal and things like that. So, for the most part, at least on that aspect, people did overcome and did get money.
Yeah, I seen this one white dude. Man, dude looked like he just came from Yale or something like that. He made a rap video. He said, "See my first band off a stimulus check."
I bet that's true for most people, But let's just know this though. One thing, let's compare how the situation, the way it's mishandled, I believe. And I'm not here to criticize our government, but when it first came out, it should have been taken lightly. It should have been taken seriously, because we know what it did to China. We should have learned from that. Why do we have to be the people who experience and learn? Why we can't be the one who watch other people and learn from them? I think that's very important to have, right? And let's speak on Africa as a continent. They struggle, but everybody thought Africa was going to get hit harder than any other Western world or country, right?
Yeah.
So because of that, for some reason, I believe it's God's will that Africa was not impacted negatively as much as the Western world, where we have medicine and things like that. We don't have shortage in America, but they have shortage in other countries, right? And Eritrea is one of my places that I really, really respect, because they shut down at the beginning. Okay. The minute they heard about it, they shut down everything. And sometimes that's what you have to do. Although some people might be against that, because if you shut down the economy. You can't have both. You can't have economy and have health. Either you have to shut one down and have the other one, or just be how we are now. We in this situation.
Priorities.
Yes, sir.
And it's one time, shout out to the people of Eritrea. It's where you stand in hard times that's the mark of your character. So everybody, give yourself a pat on the back. Let's thank God.
Oh yeah. Like I said, you always got to remember that tomorrow is going to be a better day, and God is bigger than our problem. I'm sure nobody thought COVID-19 would be the way it is, and nobody ever thought it would come and just put a hold on our lives, and that we won't be able to do the things that we dream to do. But now for 2021, I think it'll be a lot better, and I think we have more resources to face the unknown. Let me check on a friend and see how the year went for her.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How's it going?
Oh, I'm good. How about you?
I can't complain at all. I'm
Okay.
enjoying my day. So
That's good. That's good. Quick question.
yeah.
What was your experience like in 2020?
Oh man. Well, 2020. It was 2020 for me was really an eye opener. Honestly, it was a year that everything was exposed to me. I mean, just everything about myself, I was really exposed to. I would just say, like in a nutshell, when I say exposed, I mean where I'm at in my life, what I'm doing right now in my life, the decisions I made in 2020, the decisions I could have made. There's things that happened to me that I could have taken accountability for my actions. There's things that happened that I took I took the opportunity to even blame someone else for my actions. So it was just more so self-reflection. I feel like there was a lot of pressure put on me to really look at my own self in the mirror. So that's kind of how 2020 was for me.
Man, Mike, that's ironic how hindsight is 2020 and 2020 is hindsight.
Yep.
Don't it seem like you've been hearing a lot of people say how their eyes been open
Oh
this
yeah.
year?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of it. A lot of reflecting in life itself, man. It's just a lot going on. So I understand why she felt the way she did, you know. And for the most part, I think it's just this was in a way, it was a good way of reflecting and knowing your purpose. This is where you find your purpose, you know. Everyone have purpose, so it's just that you should be driven by purpose itself, you know. So that's why I believe that she overcame her struggle and she appreciated everything that happened to her, you know. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing.
All that downtime, man, that's what we need, you know. I used to think people in the country had that advantage of people in the city because they know they had that time to reflect.
Yes, sir. Yes, that's a lot. It's because I mean we are busy people, you know, especially in the Western world. We always running, and we don't have time to actually, you know, have time for ourselves, just honor ourselves and love ourselves and all of that. So I think people had a little bit of that this year.
Mike, let's check up on your friend.
Yeah, let's see what you have to say, man. Let's go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you? How's everything?
Good, good. You know, just busy running around trying to get things done.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
What was your experience like for 2020?
Yeah, 2020 was the year of scary. It was really, really scary for me. And I believe for many people too. It was a global pandemic for the entire world was experiencing the same thing. I know some of us are a little more fortunate than others, but you know, it was still a really tough time for everyone because we were experiencing something that we've never experienced before. We weren't built for it. We weren't made for it. It was chaotic. The unknown was also very scary. In the beginning, it was, you know, wash your hands and don't touch your face. And then it turned into lockdown. Then, you know, mask, anytime you step out of your house, social distancing, all these things. It was really tough to go through that. But I also think that there was greatness that came out of 2020 because for me, I experienced, bringing a child into this world,
Wow.
and you know,
I didn't even know
keeping
you were
growth.
I didn't even know you were pregnant.
Yes, yes. Being pregnant too was scary because, that's around the time where it was like, okay, keep your, distance. And then I went into labor when the lockdown began. And so the hospital experience was also very different from my firstborn. Being able to have
Mm.
lots of family with you, to just having one single person allowed. And in the beginning, it was like we weren't allow anyone. And then, you kind of, as a pregnant woman, you throw a fit, and then they allow you one person. So I was happy to have my partner there with me, but it was scary because, at the same time, everyone that's treating you has been out and about also,
Yeah,
doctors,
that's scary.
nursing. That's scary, so you
Hmm.
don't know. So that was experience. So I think the greatness that came out of that was just being able to, reflect on life, and the light, world was put on pause, and that gave us the
Yes.
space to, yeah, to, you know figure ourselves out. New
Hmm.
things, new ideas, came up, new, our brains were better because we're home all the time, really thinking and executing plans. So for me, it was all about, what will my website look like, being a teacher, because now I have a 7-year-old who's home with me, so I also have to be a teacher and put on my teacher hat. My mom hat is always on, and then, then I have to be that, you know that
Wow.
create that space for my children and my husband and myself to, have
So
a comfortable stay.
exactly. So you just adjusting to a new system. Like you have to
Yes,
put a new system
yes,
in place, and I'm sure that wasn't so easy at the beginning. What was it? What
no,
was it like as far as quality of life? Did you feel like you spent more time with your
yes.
family than you did
You get
before?
to
What was
know,
that
you
like?
get to
Share
know
that a little bit.
yourself. Yes, you get to know yourself, you get to know your kids, you get to know your partner even better. Now, things that weren't annoying now get annoying because now you're around each other 24/7. But
Exactly.
for us, we were very lucky to be, in a home with, ourselves, but also like be into games. So we found out that we love puzzles. So we had many nights of doing puzzles
Wow.
together, many nights of coloring, many nights of drawing, many nights of painting.
Wow.
Um,
So
because
it
for
brought your
college,
family together. You saying another
yes,
word?
Amazon really helped us because you can just order Amazon Prime, and then you get your supplies, and you have things to do. But it was also very tough because I also experienced, you know um, postpartum with my new baby. It was
Wow.
really tough because now you can't go outside, and get, go out to eat with girlfriends or step away for a little bit. You have to be in the house and
Hmm.
protect yourself. Breastfeeding, and breastfeeding a newborn, and that takes a lot out of you as a woman already. I'm sure a lot of women can relate. So yeah, postpartum was also
Wow.
hard for me. So I had to, find myself, to get myself a life coach, a therapist to
Wow.
coach me through this pandemic and craziness that was going on. But at the same
Wow.
time, I'm so grateful for the experience because I don't know where I've learned so much about myself as an individual, as a woman, as a mother, as a friend, as a sister, as a daughter, so
Wow.
I'm really grateful for the experience for sure.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
that's very impressive actually, for you
Thank
to
you.
to basically just say, you know what, like make the best out of it, even though it wasn't easy for all of us. But hey, in the
Yeah.
process, just make the best out of it. Just learn new things and spend more time with family. I think that's even for me. I feel like a lot of people they had that at least. At least I felt
Hmm.
like they spend more time with their kids, got to know their kids. So now it's going to be hard when we go back to maybe our normal lives. I mean, kids are going to be attached to their parents, and
Right.
when we go back to, regular way of, the regular way of going back to schools, I'm sure that's going to be a little bit tough, at least at the beginning. But
I agree.
yeah,
It's going to be another adjustment for all of us.
exactly. So, but the good thing is, we blessed that we made it. I mean, it's good.
Yes.
I mean, this year, we just hope 2021 would be a better year, and that's it. Well,
Yes.
well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. We all
You're
do.
welcome. Thank you for having me and, being part of something really great. I have great feelings about this, and I know that it's important to get the outlook on how
Absolutely.
everyone else,
Absolutely.
different people's experiences.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because everybody's experience was similar but different in its own
Oh,
way.
yeah.
So it's really good to be part of something great.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
What don't kill you make you stronger. If you still listening to this, that means you got through it.
And we appreciate you for listening.
What's the most important thing you think people should take away into the new year?
People should celebrate. If you made it through 2020, you are blessed. So count your blessings and just be happy that you're here. And next year is even going to be better. 2021 is going to be a better year for you. And just think positive. Just be happy. And now we know that money does not buy you happiness, because a lot of people got money this year, but they still not happy. So because of that, let's just celebrate.